So, women, stop making sense of yourself from patriarchal lenses. It doesn't add up. Look at this comment. This is a typical victim blaming rhetoric. Because how can a woman who has been conditioned to submit to a figure of dominance define boundaries? How can you define something you never knew existed? Because you have to know boundaries exist for you to define one, right? How do you tell someone to fix door to a house that never existed? How do you define boundaries when self-erasure has already taken place? Make it make sense. In patriarchal society, as a woman, you are conditioned to become someone other than yourself, a false self, self-erasure. You have erased yourself and replaced yourself with your false self. If you carry the perception that you should submit to a figure of dominance, you are operating as an object. You yourself, you carry the perception that you belong to someone, not to yourself. So, and boundaries are something that happen when you exist as a subject, not as an object. Boundaries happen when you exist as a self-conscious being with established agency within yourself. To have boundaries means you operate as a subject. You are aligned within yourself. You are centered within yourself as an individual. You exist as an autonomous human being who carries the power of self. Boundaries can't happen when you exist as an object, because an object has no boundaries. Objects only exist to be used. When this person says defining boundaries before marriage, his statement further proves that a woman cannot have boundaries within patriarchal marriage. Yes, you cannot have boundaries within patriarchal marriage. You can't have boundaries when you are submitting to someone. A submissive woman is a woman with no boundaries, with no clue of herself. A woman who has a false perception of herself. In patriarchal societies, women are seen as objects. You are not socialized to know that boundaries exist for you to even define one. Yes. So, contrary to what he said, boundaries are relevant life skills, relevant life skills that are necessary at every stage of our lives, necessary in every relationship from birth to death. Boundaries are not something you stop needing at some point. No. So for him to say that define boundaries before marriage, it is a very hypocritical statement. It is trying to blame the victim. A woman that exists with boundaries will not even carry the perception that she should submit to someone, to a figure, to begin with. So healthy marriage doesn't cancel boundaries. It actually strengthens them, because a healthy union thrives when both people can stand firm in their individuality while still building together. Patriarchal marriage is a dysfunctional marriage. That is why it is full of contradictions, where one person is a sacrificial lamb and the other person is full of incompetencies. So it doesn't add up. Don't carry that guilt that, oh, if I define my boundaries before marriage. No, you were never socialized to operate as someone that knows boundaries exist within you. You were never socialized to know. So don't bear that guilt. Don't bear it. What you are left to do now is to step into your power to become the woman you want to see you want to become.